Hello out there to all of you who are watching. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you clicked on this video, you are interested in my title, Foods That I Have in My Kitchen. And the foods that I'm gonna show you today are a part of our keto diet. I mentioned in my last video how my children and I are trying to lower our hemoglobin A1C and lower our fasting glucose and to keep our numbers low. To us, a healthy number is in the 70s for the fasting glucose, and a healthy hemoglobin A1C is 4.6. That's my wish, is a 4.6, but right now mine's is at 5.6. So I'm actually right on the border of pre-diabetic, and I am trying to scooch that on back. So a little bit of history: we do not eat a lot of junk food. We don't even eat candy. I don't like candy. I never have a taste for candy, but I do have a cup of coffee every day. And I go to the same place to get my coffee every day. Now, I used to try to make my coffee at home, and I would have like a Keurig and I would make my own coffee, but it just still didn't seem to satisfy the coffee that I got from this one particular place. So I think as I'm entering the keto diet and I see that my numbers were still high even after some previous changes that I've made in my life with my diet within the last year, not necessarily full keto, but just like some cutting back on carbs and unnecessary danishes and stuff like that, and pastas. Like, I'm not big on pasta. I will eat rice, right? So I feel like I had already started making some changes, and to see that my hemoglobin A1C is at a 5.6 like today, because I just took that test 3 days ago, it's a little shocking. So I was talking to my kids and I'm just like, you know what? I think it's the coffee, right? I think it's the coffee. And it's not necessarily the coffee, because there's these things in coffee that we need, that the body needs, and coffee bean is a plant, and the darker roasted coffee, the better, right? And I don't necessarily believe it's the coffee. I honestly believe it's the location that I'm getting my coffee from. And I'm starting to believe that maybe there's some extra additives in this coffee, and maybe those additives could be causing like a slight addiction. Like, for example, if something has sugar added into it, like, you love it because you receive that dopamine when you are eating it, so you want to go back for more. So I think it's the place I'm getting my coffee from. So speaking of coffee, let's start off with this item that I got from Ralph's. This was an organics instant coffee. The reason I got this one is because it was an organic coffee that did not cost like 20 bucks. And sometimes I don't want a lot of coffee, I just want like a little bit. So I felt this was good, mainly because of the ingredients. So everything that I buy nowadays, I automatically turn over. And what I am avoiding are sunflower seed oil, sugar, cane sugar, agave, honey, starches, rice, tapioca starch, any type of starch. No thank you, right? I'm avoiding gum, soy. Oh yeah, definitely avoiding soy because of how it's processed in the factory. It's no longer beneficial to our bodies, and it processes as sugar. So a lot of people are running across these health complications with diabetes and heart disease because of the soy in products. The soy, the gum, the seed oils, sunflower seed oils, any other oil that's not avocado or extra virgin olive oil. The vegetable oils are totally not good for you. We already know that. Like, they used to tell us those type of oils will clog our arteries, but they didn't tell us why it will clog your arteries. And it's not the oil itself clogging the artery, but it's just like the collection of things that are in your blood blocking your blood to flow. I'm not a doctor, so I'm not gonna give you like medical terms. I am a mom, a lady, a professional, an entrepreneur, and I just want to share with you what I'm learning over time, because number one, I don't want to die of diabetes, I don't want to die of Alzheimer's, and I don't want to die of heart disease. And I can just tell you, like, so many people around me have either already died of those things or are living with those things currently. And once I started finding out that you could reverse diabetes and there's a way to reverse your heart disease and to clean out your arteries, once I found all that out, I'm interested in how to avoid those things. So the way that we avoid those things is not just eating healthy, like the standard American diet. It's bigger than that, because and I'm going to show you right now with some of these products, like how I was fooled and I thought it was healthy, right? Because of the labeling, but they're not. So most of the products that you're buying that seem healthy or organic, there's things added in the ingredients that you must check for that are still processing as a carbohydrate and a sugar and getting stored in your liver as fat and spiking insulin and causing your pancreas to wear out. And that is how we get our diseases. And not to mention cancer living in the body, right? So sorry for that long introduction, but here we go. I don't want this video to be too long. So right here, I bought the organic coffee, okay? Mainly because it said, not because it says organic, but I'm looking for like non-GMO. Of course, I don't want anything that's genetically modified in the farm, right? Nothing that's genetically modified. Most importantly, the fact that it says organic lets me know that it wasn't sprayed with pesticides, and that's what I'm concerned about with the fruits and the vegetables and the plant items. Also, no additives. It specifically just says organic instant coffee. All right, I'm gonna go for that. Not saying this is the best one because I've seen better, I just don't have it today. All right, next up. So I always have a bottle of extra virgin olive oil. I got this one yesterday. Looks pretty cool, huh? It's Italian. So I figured, it was, where is it made? Country of origin. It does say it, but it's like, it says ESGRT, and I'm not too sure what that means. Oh, here you go. Greece, Italy, and Spain. Okay, that's where this oil was made. Yay, super cool. Okay, extra virgin unfiltered. All right, so that means it didn't go through any of those refined processes in the factory. And on the back, it says organic extra virgin olive oil, period. Nothing else. Right. So next up, I want to share with you one of my kids' favorites for breakfast. So far, they are really loving this. I mentioned the other day in that first video that I made that there was a coconut yogurt that was like pure with nothing added into it. Specifically, no sugars, right? So if you go to the yogurt section of the grocery store, even if you look in like almond milk area or oat milk yogurt or whole milk yogurt, there's sugar added. So of course you want your yogurt to taste good, but you don't need to spike your insulin like every single time you put something in your mouth. Like, that's just the part. It's like we're running out of insulin because our insulin's being spiked every single time we eat anything, and the item could be salty. So if you look at the back of the ingredients of yogurt, you will probably find out that there's absolutely none out there that you could eat that has no sugar added. Okay, so this one is sold at Sprouts. Okay, co-conjure, right? And it is organic. Okay, so that's what I look for. I'm not concerned that it's dairy free. The reason I have this dairy free is for my son, who's partly lactose intolerant, right? He was lactose intolerant, but I believe like with our keto diet and me exposing him to more beef with healthy fats and more cow meat, grass-fed cow meat, I believe that eventually like he won't be lactose intolerant and that he'll be able to have some really pure cream and whole milk. That's my goal. But right now I serve him coconut. I used to give him almond milk yogurt. No, there's stuff added in there. So this company right here, pure coconut, right? Probiotics, always good for the stomach. And most importantly, on the back, the ingredients added, it says organic coconuts, water, organic tapioca, vegan probiotic cultures. So it does have 5 carbs and 2 grams of sugar. And I believe that the carbs and the grams of sugar are coming from the organic tapioca. That's like a little bit starchy, right? Kind of to make it thick, I guess. But I prefer that over gum, right? Or any other preservative that they're putting inside to make it last longer on the shelves. I want something that's going to mold in a week or 2. I mean, not that soon, but I'm just saying, like, I want something that's real food that I need to eat and fresh, not anything that's going to stay in my refrigerator for a month. So yeah, this has low carbs, low sugar. So this isn't 100% keto, right? But it has low carbs and low sugar, very low. No cane sugar, right? The sugar's coming from somewhere else. All right. Okay, so what I was telling you, my bad, I got a little distracted. So I make them this, a little bit of yogurt with some dark chocolate, right? This one is a 70%. I just bought this one yesterday because I was at the store at Sprouts and they didn't have anything that was 85% or higher. Usually you can get the 85% or higher cacao chocolates from Ralph's, right? Ralph's has them. It's not like this, like I have the cacao powder, okay, which has 0 grams of sugar. It's just pure cacao. And so this is supposed to mimic the powder. Notice that it says cacao on there and not cocoa or cocoa, however you say it. It doesn't say cocoa, it doesn't say cocoa, like it says cacao, and that's C-A-C-A-O. Okay, that's the 0 sugar one. So I chopped this dark chocolate up in their yogurt. And do I add honey or agave? No, I do not, because honey and agave serves as, like, I think agave was like 5 times more of cane sugar in your body and really spikes your insulin. And I think that's how our insulin got spiked. At one point, I was giving my kids agave on their yogurt. No, sorry, on their oatmeal, because I was like, oh, you guys, you know, mommy doesn't buy cane sugar anymore. I stopped buying sugar, so I started to use agave and honey. Well, guess who goes crazy with the honey, with the agave? My son. Like, I have to say, like, let me pour your agave, because agave is super sweet. Like, you only need a little bit, right? But I'll go look at his oatmeal and he has like agave everywhere with cinnamon. Cinnamon lowers blood sugar, but still I'm just like, wow, that's a lot of agave. So then I found out that agave is like 5 times more sugar absorption than regular cane sugar. And I nearly almost fainted that I was giving my kids agave. Anyways, so these are the challenges, and the challenges are real. So like I said, I stopped using agave. So when I make him this yogurt breakfast right here, I don't put any agave. I just chop up the cacao. And I was putting granola on top as a little like sweet treat to get them to, like, you know, eat mommy's non-sugary food. Well, guess what? Not anymore. So if you look at this product, it totally looks healthy, right? It's organic. It says 35 grams of whole grains, 3 grams of fiber, organic, USDA, no GMO, no genetically modified. And then you flip it over and it has this nice little story about their company and how fresh they are. They've partnered with organic farmers to protect the health of our planet by making delicious ingredients perfectly by Mother Nature, right? Organic is good for you and the plant and the planet, right? And so it tells you how they cultivate the product. The nutrition facts. So with 1 serving, which is 1 ounce, and with 2/3 of a cup, right? Let's say per bowl. That's what it has right here, per bowl. So 2/3 of a cup. That's like, a cup is like this. That's like a handful of these oats. So 2/3 of these oats, there's 46 grams of carbohydrate. that's your carbohydrates for the day. Like, so a handful of these granolas, right? These healthy looking granolas, a handful of this is all the carbohydrates you need in one day. Then it says 14 grams of sugar, and it includes 14 grams of added sugar. So somewhere they added sugar in here. Now I'm gonna go to the ingredients. The ingredients is whole grain oats with a star next to it. The star represents that they're organic. It comes with organic cane sugar. That's the second ingredient. Organic rice and organic sunflower seed oil. Organic honey, organic molasses, sea salt, which I do approve of sea salt, natural flavors, chemicals, and added preserves for freshness. Crazy, right? Just want a little bit of sweet honey grain, and it comes with all this. Number one, we do not need the sunflower seed oil. That's not good for you. It's something that I've researched and that I've learned. If you want to find out why sunflower seed oil is not good for you, you need to research it. Okay, it's something about the way it's processed in the factory, and once the oil is heated up at a high temperature, it now becomes toxic. And so, like for example, you eat a French fry and you're like, oh, I'm eating French fries. Oh, I'm eating potatoes. Yeah, you forget that you're also eating the oil that they fried it in, right? And so those high heats are toxic. And sometimes they use those oils over and over and over again all day. And so like at that point, we're eating things that are really bad for us, and they're spiking heart disease, cancer, and diabetes, okay? So when I see sunflower seed oil, I'm thinking, no, I'm not gonna give this to my family, because there's already so many things around us that sometimes we have no choice but to eat. Like let's say if we were on vacation and there was like nothing and the kids were starving and we had to like go to somebody's restaurant and we picked the healthiest thing on the menu. We don't know what type of oils they're using in the back of their kitchen, right? We're just ordering from their menu. Those are the times that I would say, okay, to expose my kids and myself to sunflower seed oils, and to vegetable oils and stuff like that, and to added sugars, like when it's an emergency. But on a daily basis, like I don't want to be responsible for giving my children juvenile diabetes. And that's what's going on nowadays. And parents aren't sure what they're doing wrong, and you're not doing anything wrong. It's what's in the food. Okay, so like I said, I was making my kids this for breakfast, this with the cacao. But now we're getting rid of that. We don't need that anymore. So they're just gonna have to learn how to love it just like this. We do add some cinnamon on top, right? Cinnamon is 0 sugar, it's a spice. All right, so that was an example of something that tricked me. Another thing, I think my video is getting too long, so let me go really fast now. So another thing I was telling you about this the other day, the malt. Okay, the malt, this is actually their coffee creamer. Okay, and it says no gum, no dairy, no filters. I don't mind that if it's dairy or not, like I told you guys before. No gum, no filters, no binders, no gluten, no carcinogens, right? And then it's organic, it's not genetically modified, oil free. This company gets it. This company knows something that we don't know, okay? Then right here it says, here's the ingredients. So filtered water, organic coconut sugar, because it does have 2 grams of sugar in this. Organic almonds, organic tapioca fibers, pure organic vanilla extract made from the beans, baking soda, and Himalaya pink salt. Okay, those are okay. I'm okay with those ingredients. And this is a 3-gram carbohydrate. Is this keto? No, this is low carb, because I still have a coffee addiction that I'm addressing. So I'm trying my best, okay? This is the best way to go. Their milk, their regular milk. I was telling you guys about the cashew milk in the malt brand. Literally, it's cashews and water. That's it, cashews and water. So I actually stopped buying that brand. I stopped buying it because now I go buy some organic cashews. I roast them so that they can be roasted, and I put them in the blender with water and spring water or filtered water with sea salt. So it's sea salt, spring water, roasted cashews, and that will make like 5 of these, like not even a cup of cashews, like a half a cup of cashews will make like 5 of these. I don't know why it spreads that much, but if you just drink it by itself, it's really thick, right? So you kind of have to add more water. Next thing you know, it's like, wow, this is a lot of milk that I made. Okay, check it out. Nothing added in that milk. No sugar, no oil, nothing, no preserves, nothing like that. So yesterday, I stumbled across these. So what I'm trying to do is save myself some time, okay? I also found this 2 weeks ago, okay? This is 100% grass-fed and grass-finished beef. So this is bison, sorry, but it's grass-fed and grass-finished, okay? They also have this in just the regular ground beef. It doesn't have to be bison. This company, I looked them up online and I looked at their farm, and their animals are truly grass-fed and grass-finished. Grass-finished means that grass-fed means that they ate grass when they were a youth, and grass-finished means that as they got older, they were still eating grass. So instead of like always getting myself to cook, I've been trying to find like ways to still have convenient food for my kids while also being in like keto, low carb. So I found this at Sprouts. Okay, look at the company. It's over there by the bacon. The package says sea salt and cracked black pepper, no antibiotics, raised with vegetarian fed, no hormone chicken, poultry. Okay, and then I look at the back. 16 grams of protein, right? Cool. I don't even look at protein anymore. I look at the ingredients. Let's see what it says. So the ingredients are, let me show you. So chicken raised without antibiotics contains 2% or less of this: sea salt, cracked black pepper, garlic, spices, onion powder, parsley, rosemary extract, and vinegar. Oh my gosh, I read this and I was like, I gotta read it again. I don't believe that. The sugar is 0. There's 0 sugar added in this. You would think that these meatballs have some type of sugar. 0 sugar. Can you believe that? The carbohydrate is 2. 2. Get with it. I had to show you guys this. No nitrates added. Gluten-free. Better than a hot dog. Better than a hot dog. All right, moving on. Okay, moving on to the bacon. This is a must-have. Not necessarily this brand, but it is hard to find bacon like this. Let me tell you, they do not sell it at Stater Brothers. Sorry, gotta look at this side of the camera. They don't sell it at Stater Brothers. You can go to Stater Brothers all you want. You're not gonna find anything that's worth eating. So here we go. Okay, that's the company. Let me tell you what it says. No sugar added. No sugar added. Hickory smoked uncured bacon. Uncured, okay? This pork was vegetarian fed, raised without antibiotics. Thank you, because I don't want antibiotics in my system that I did not ask for. Raised humanely. So that means they're being nice to the pigs. MSG free. All right, so let's look at the ingredients. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. Okay, flip over. What are we looking for? If it says cane sugar, don't buy it. If it says seed oil or sunflower seed oil, don't buy it. If it has soy in it, don't buy it. Okay, let's see. Check this out. Ingredients: pork, water, less than 2% of salt. They didn't say sea salt now. That means the salt has iodine in there, right? So be aware of that. Only reason you have to really, a salt with iodine in it is fine. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with iodine. But in the back of those salts, it says it has salt, iodine, and it has like 4 more other ingredients. I don't have one. I threw it away. We stopped using like the round salts where you like pick up the little thing and sprinkle. If you look on the back, if it has more ingredients in there other than salt and iodine, you don't want it, right? So sea salt is like the purest. Sometimes you can find like an organic sea salt. I don't know how that's possible. If it's just all salt. I'm not too sure. I haven't done research on what makes it organic and not, right? Not sure. But right here it says salt, vinegar, citrus extracts, pomegranate extract, rosemary extract. That's it. I didn't hear any of those things that I avoid. Okay, this brand is the way to go. Guess what? On the nutritional facts, right here, look at the sugar and the carbohydrates. 0. 0. 0, 0, 0, 0. Like I said, go to the grocery store. You're gonna see not every brand looks like this. Okay, by the way, that was $6. Like, that's how much bacon costs anyways. Like, why not get the better brand? You just gotta go to the right grocery stores. Must have kimchi, whoop whoop. Oh my gosh, kimchi, I love it. It brings me joy. More than coffee, like I love kimchi. Like I will eat this straight out the bag. I don't know if I'm supposed to or not, but I do. Sometimes I just get my fork and I'm kimchi. It's not organic. I didn't grab the organic brand. Not sure why. I think I'm just happy that it's kimchi and I'm not like choosing the brand just yet. I had this brand before and I do love it. So let me tell you, this is like the non-organic one. And let me tell you what it has in it. So there's 3 grams of carbohydrates and there's 1 gram of sugar, okay? Or 1 gram of added sugar, 2 grams total. The ingredients are cabbage, mustard greens, apple. The sugar probably comes from the apple too. Garlic, sugar. Oh my God, it says sugar. I can't buy this no more. So this is on a do not buy list. Okay, I'll let you know which one I find that does not have an added sugar. And it's 1 gram of sugar, but even still, like, why are we adding the sugar? Like, tell me why. So I could be addicted. Is that why I love this? Red pepper and ginger. So the ingredients should be without the sugar, right? This is fermented cabbage, and this is so good for you. Kimchi is like the best thing you can have for your gut. Cabbage, mustard greens, apple, garlic, onion, salt, red pepper, ginger. I'm sure if I would have got the organic version, it wouldn't have salt. It may have like a sea salt. And also, I don't think another brand would have the sugar in there. So I'm gonna redo this kimchi right here, but this is a must-have to have in your kitchen. Not the brand with the sugar, with the 1 gram of sugar, but this right here is a must-have. Okay. How many of you? Oh my gosh, my video is getting so long. I'm gonna do one more item, and then I'm gonna cut this video and do a part 2. How many of you, like, your kids love chips? Okay, so my kids love chips, and we love guacamole, right? I bought this for them to take to school. It has sea salt and black pepper. The ingredients, it came in a pack of 4, right? And this was like for them to pack in their lunch. It had 0 grams of sugar, but 5 grams of carbs. And the ingredients are avocados, Haas avocados, which I don't want to buy the Haas version because they spray them with pesticides or with like the stuff that makes them shiny. I mean, they spray the avocados with like the shiny stuff. And I think they also like take it through a process that makes the avocados ripen quicker. So it's actually better to get organic avocados like the bag that I have over here. And it says no adhesive, like it excludes the adhesive. But this one didn't. I was like literally trying to make my kids lunch for school, and it's so hard to feed them outside of home. But I'm working on it, okay? So this one has Haas avocado, lemon juice, sea salt, black pepper. Okay, it didn't have any soy or anything, so I didn't feel like I was killing my kids. I know that's harsh, but yeah, that's hard. But so I needed to get them a chip. So this brand right here, the Sieste, so far is the healthiest brand that I can find in a bag of chips. I got this at Sprouts. They're starting to sell them other places also. It does say made with avocado oil. Yay. Why is that so exciting? Because it's not made with a seed oil. It's not made with sunflower seed oil. It's not made with vegetable oil. It's not made with canola oil. It's made with avocado oil. Okay, now can avocado oil be toxic if it's heated too long? I believe there is something about the avocado oil being overheated or processed. Whatever, I think you just have to watch out and also look in the back of your avocado oils to see like what else they did to it. But if it says like virgin avocado oil, then you know, oh, okay, this is more pure. And if it says like avocado oil, you have to look at the back because sometimes they can add vegetable oil or sunflower seed oil with that avocado oil. I believe they could add like a certain amount of it and still have avocado oil on the label. So you want to look for virgin avocado oil. That means there's nothing added in it, like nothing added to stretch out the avocado oil. So this company is organic, so I'm hoping that they use the right avocados and I'm hoping that they process it correctly. But let me just read the label. It says that there's 1 gram of sugar, nothing added, no sugar added. It's just naturally 1 gram of sugar. And that there's 16 grams of carbohydrate. The ingredients include white corn, yellow corn, and lime. Organic white corn, organic yellow corn with lime. Avocado oil. Notice they didn't say organic avocado oil, right? But it does say avocado oil. I don't know why I don't say organic avocado oil. Mexican street corn seasoning. The seasoning's made from organic ground dates. Ooh, yummy. Organic nutritional yeast. Yay, I have that too. Okay, this is super cool. This is like a cheese-like type substance. It's nutritional yeast and it's packed with B vitamins. Okay, it has B3, B6, B2, B1, folic acid, and B12, and that's natural. It's not, those nutrients are not added. This just comes from the nutritional yeast. Okay, you got to get it. Like, it's really good. Like, I mean, when you open it, like, it looks like this, like cheesy. Okay, but if you like take a little bit, like, at first glance, it's kind of like, but then after a while, it's like, it wasn't that bad. That was okay. But it's orange, right? So it kind of goes with the color of the bag. That's included in here. Organic red chili powder, sea salt, yay. Organic chipotle powder, citric acid. I got to search what citric acid is again. Lactic acid. Okay, that's something, I think that's something that makes it like creamy. Organic garlic powder, or organic onion powder, organic vinegar powder, that tapioca again, organic distilled white vinegar, not apple cider vinegar, white vinegar, organic parsley, organic lime oil, may contain coconut. Okay, so they tried their very best to make this healthier than most chips. I'm so glad that I don't see seed oils. I'm so glad that I don't see maltodextrin, right? Oh my gosh, sometimes I pick up like these bag of chips at my son's and like, what is that? Let me see. Multidextrin, like, why are we eating multidextrin? Like, I don't even know how to say that word, but I just know that when I used to watch Daddy Daycare when I was growing up, that little boy in the movie was like, multidextrin, you know, yellow dye number 4, red dye number this, you know, he was like naming all the stuff that his mom told him not to eat. And that's how I feel now. Like, they knew this stuff like way back then, and I feel like we weren't interested. We weren't interested, so now I'm interested. There's no much multidextrin in here. There's no seed oils. There's no sugar added. Amen. Thank you, Jesus. All right, so I will let my kids have a serving of this sometimes, and the serving is 10 pieces. I show my kids what serving sizes mean. That way they don't overdo it. Like, whoa, did you just eat the whole bag of chips? Like, that was like 6 servings in one. So no, you didn't get that. You got that times 6, you know? So they know they're serving. Like, you need to go ahead and grab you your 10 chips. For reals. All right. I'm going to go. This video is getting long. So I'll see you again for part 2.